Floyd, hey, great to meet you finally. So we're here at Moon for your album release of the Disco Lizards. Could you tell me a little bit about the recording of the album? You said it's like 2 years in the making.
Yeah. So we started recording it at Massey in I think December of 2022. I started writing it before then, so from writing to release it's like 2 years. We recorded it at Massey. Jackson Kid produced it. Took advantage of those lovely studios in Massey, and we just kind of we did all the songs as demos first, like really well recorded demos, and then we went back and we just re-recorded everything basically. Much better. Yeah. So I think it took us a year and a half in terms of the actual recording. Yeah.
It just sounds so much more lush than a lot of other things I've heard come out of those studios, because the instrumentation is just so colourful because there's just so many instruments involved. And
that was a challenge, like in terms of the mixing side of things, because I think each track is like got just so many different instruments, like bongos, different percussion like tambourine, stuff like that. It's got drums, it's got like usually 2 guitars happening, it's got bass, it's got piano, it's got synth, it's got vocals, and then layers of vocals and stuff like that. So they've all got like quite a lot of different tracks, so mixing that.
Violin?
Violin, strings.
Is that a B3 organ or something similar?
No, it's just there's a keyboard there actually,
right,
which is the one that it is.
Oh right, okay.
It's just it's like it's a Korg Heavian 30 or something like that, and it's just got all these different like organ and synth sounds on it, which you can tweak and then alter, like the EQ and just the reverb and stuff like that. So just messed around with that for ages, and that's kind of the crux of it.
It's very, might I say, a mature sort of album as well. It's mixed very well. It's very the production is very high. Mm-hmm. I'm sure that you were thinking about how everything balanced together, but it doesn't have the wild abandonment I'd expect of someone as young as you. And the other ones that I've heard from Massey, it's so controlled and measured.
I'm not one for wild abandonment then.
Right. So it's careful, almost in a way as well. You know, like it's.
I suppose, yeah. Well, I kind of, I took it like in terms of the writing. I took it from more of a perspective of I wanted it to be way more laid back than previous stuff that I've done. Previous stuff I've done has been pretty like chaotic and like, if we're honest, messy. So I wanted to do something that was just way more like where everything is more thought out, you know? Like every part of the instrumentation, every note that is played has been like meticulously planned rather than just improving kind of like solos and stuff like that. So yeah, every bit of like instrumentation that you hear in that in this album is has been composed like meticulously. That's the word.
Yeah.
Over those 2 years.
Is that the main difference between that and Open Your Eyes?
Yeah. Open Your Eyes is very more like it's not really a composition one. I suppose that also comes from the fact that I added strings into the Disco Lizards, right? Like when you have strings, you have to compose them so that the strings players can compose it. So getting used to like actually composing the music for that, I kind of just went and did it with everything else. Open Your Eyes, there wasn't really much like composition that went into it per se. Like obviously I had like the melodies and the riffs and stuff laid out, but aside from that it was kind of just like if this sounds nice we'll do it kind of thing, which I do regret. But that might.
So you wrote those string parts for yourself?
Yes.
Like you had to compose them, right?
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So it just sounds so colourful though. It's just like so many. There's calypso. There's a little bit of rock, but like for the most part, it's ballads and crooning. I feel like of the decades that are being celebrated, there's a big 80s revival. There has been an 80s revival for about 20 years or whatever. starting to be a 90s revival in the last 5 years, I'd say. 70s is this treasure trove of like genres not really done. Do you find that there's an appeal?
Yeah, I mean, just in terms, like, me personally, my, like, I guess, aesthetic, right, is kind of taken from, like, vintage kind of 60s, 70s kind of looks. Like, just my vibe when I'm on stage and stuff like that is taken from that kind of thing. So, yeah, there's definite appeal to it. I think it's just, like, just groovy, man, you know? I mean, you know, it's not... We don't really want to mirror the politics of the 70s or anything like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But like in terms of just like the vibe and the musical kind of groove to it, it was chilling, yeah. So I think that's the appeal. Yeah.
I usually ask people, it started off as a COVID question, but if I used to ask a band, like if like this singer couldn't perform, but who would you get instead? Any musician, living or dead, to replace them. So just as a solid
If
performer.
I was dead, who would I get?
No. If you had COVID and you could revive anyone living or dead to magically do your performance for you, they know all the lyrics, they know all the chords, they can play your performance. Who would you get?
Dominic Whips. No, I'd get
High praise.
he's good singer.
Yeah.
I'd get probably Alex Turner, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Very similar vocal styles. Or, you know, Bowie would be good, wouldn't it?
Bowie, yeah.
Pull in
yeah.
a big audience.
Yeah.
If we had Bowie.
Yeah. No, the audience doesn't know until showtime. They don't have
People
no
would
idea.
come.
Yeah.
Word of mouth would spread.
Yeah.
If I got fucking Bowie up on the moon stage, I think a lot of people would come to him.
Or Alex
Not
Turner.
just for the fact that he died nearly 20 years ago.
Yeah.
10
Or Alex
years
Turner
ago.
will probably bring a crowd too.
Yeah, I think New Zealand doesn't know Arctic Monkeys as much as they know Bowie, you know?
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, true.
But to be fair, Bowie's just like globally revered, whereas Arctic Monkeys is more sort of like
I'm just
Western.
scooching a bit. Sorry.
Yeah.
What's your dream band to open for if you could choose a bill with you opening? Oh, we'll do an international one and then you can tell me a New Zealand one.
An international one. And
Yeah.
New Zealand one. International probably would be Arctic Monkeys, I suppose.
Yeah.
Hate to, you know, beat a dead horse.
Yeah,
if
no.
that's the phrase. Play a broken record, as it were.
Yeah.
Um,
No, they are
Yeah.
a great band. I do hear them in your music. The lyrics, a tiny bit of your accent.
yeah.
A little
well,
bit
I have
in
the
there.
same accent
Right. Yeah.
when I'm singing anyway.
Yeah. So it's
The
in there.
Strokes.
The Strokes,
The
yeah.
Strokes.
Yeah.
That's a
That'd be good.
choice.
Yeah.
And also, hold on. There's a band that I've been listening to.
Oh, yeah.
Let me just have a quick.
Yeah.
This is not very professional.
No.
interview.
I'll
Yeah.
cut that out.
Fuck, what am I talking about? Jesus, sorry.
There's so many good ones, right?
Yeah. Gorillas.
Oh yeah.
Very different styles, but I'm sure I could make it work.
Yeah.
I'd love to meet Damon.
Yeah.
So Gorillas or Gorillas or Arctic Monkeys.
Yeah. Gorillas have had so
Very
many different types.
apish. Very very
Yeah.
ape feel to
Yeah.
my dream acts to open for. In terms of New Zealand, budget cucks. But that's not really possible anymore.
Yeah. But it is a dream, so you know.
It would be. It would be nice.
Yeah.
Again, very different styles of music. I don't know. I like. Dave and the Dirty Humans would be good, but I've got them opening for me, which feels the wrong way round. But there you go. Yeah. Dave and the Dirty Humans. I reckon they're. I'd say the best Wellington band.
Yeah, they're great.
And then probably the best New Zealand band that I listen to. You know. So probably just Dave and the Dirty Humans, really.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. So what's
Rocketberry as well.
Sorry?
Rocketberry.
Oh, Rocketberry, right,
Rocketberry
yeah.
are fantastic.
Right.
They're so good.
Oh, are they Wellington? Or?
Yeah. I think they've opened for me twice, and I'd love to open for them. They're so good, man.
Yeah.
They're unbelievable.
I've got to check them out. I haven't actually seen them live.
Yeah. Bewildering.
So what's next for you? So like you've obviously done this album. Are you going to go on a tour to promote, or are you just going to? No,
I'm too tired now.
Yeah,
I've been recording for a year and a half.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
I don't have the energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we did Meow, which was like this album release show, and then we're doing this, which is like the second of 3 or 4, I think, that we're doing. Yeah, after that, I'm kind of keen to do, the plan at the moment is just to do like semi kind of regular gigs just around Wellington. No immediate plans to go back and work on another album or anything like that. If I have an idea for it, I'll surely start working on one. But yeah, for now it's just just chilling out, just going to relax after doing this, because it's been a big project
for sure.
Like 2 years of my life.
10 tracks, right?
Yeah.
It
was originally 13, I think, but we cut it down to 10.
Yeah. Oh, what's that going to be? B-sides and...
No.
No? We're just...
Best shit.
Right, yeah. Never going to see the light of day.
No.
Yeah. So I was just going to ask if you were going to do on a tour, but if you were, where would you like to go? What's a city that you think that would appreciate your music and your style? And...
Not conventional at all, and I don't know if they have many concerts, but Venice.
Okay, yeah, right.
Yeah. Big fan of that place. I like the fact that it's on water. I think that's
kooky.
Nuts. Yeah, quirky in fact.
Yeah.
Venice would be nice. Paris obviously would be lovely.
Yeah.
London would be good. Oh, I do like. Yeah.
Melbourne?
Never been.
Too close.
Never been, to be honest.
Never close. Oh yeah.
We couldn't tell you what it's
sort of like a vinyl mecca. It's a little bit like Wellington.
Sydney,
actually.
maybe. Sydney.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and then I'd like to go to maybe Prague or something. You know, something like that. Yeah. Just more like European countries.
Yeah.
Especially France, because a lot of this album was inspired by French music and French jazz composers like Francis Lai and stuff like that.
Right. The lounge music and the jazz lines.
So I feel like that I have a good market in France.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So I should have asked this earlier, but I was just going to say this will be the last question. But what are your main? If you had to put them down to 3 main influences, probably Arctic Monkeys is probably number 1. But what's a non-rock?
Tim Minchin.
Tim Minchin, right? Okay, yeah.
His serious
piano
stuff.
comedy. Yeah. He's amazing. So gifted.
Yeah.
Is
Given what's playing now, I want to say Britney Spears.
Yeah.
But no. So Tim Minchin, he inspired me to learn piano. So that's why I started learning piano, and piano was the first instrument, so I guess he inspired me to start making music, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Tim Minchin, Arctic Monkeys, and then probably like, Francis Lai, I guess. He does lots of like French jazz composition and stuff, which is just like.
Sorry, what's his name?
Francis Lai.
Oh right, okay, yeah.
Lai.
Yeah.
And he does a lot of like really nice, groovy sort of compositional stuff, instrumentals usually, and he was kind of my vibe for like a lot of the like funkier parts of this album, the riffs from that. So yeah, I guess at the moment, him.
Yeah.
So yeah, what's that? Tim Minchin, Arctic Monkeys, and Francis Lai.
Right. Okay, cool. Well, thanks for your time, and I'm looking forward to tonight.
Anytime, man.
Yeah,
Anytime.
cool. All right, looking forward to tonight.
Me too.